This is the maps, and these are the civs. Okay, guys. The next set between Failey against Legion, with quite a few admin bans there as well as usual. We have a few bans there from the players too. I'm seeing Cumans, of course, that's always getting banned. The Saracens, Ethiopians, Dravidians, Slavs, Teutons, Koreans, yeah. Also the Georgians got admin ban, the Persians, we saw the Celts earlier too, the Tatars, the Mongols, the Khitans. And we have for Failey, we have the Vietnamese, the Khmer, Gujaras, Malay, the Goths, and the Romans, with the Spanish being sniped. And for Legion, we have also the Spanish being sniped, and Berbers, Bengalis, Japanese, Chinese, Burmese, and the Malians. In terms of maps, we have Satao first, then we're gonna have Golden Swamp and Watershed for Failey, and Akure and Flames for Legion. So Legion, I think, basically just picked Spaz's maps there. Maybe similar strats. I'm seeing Bengalis. Unfortunately for Legion, Ethiopians did get banned by Failey though. So I don't know if the two of them were aware of Spaz's strat there on Akure, but I guess we're gonna find out what strat they have prepared for the other for the other games. So we will head straight into the first one, which is of course gonna be on Sato. So welcome to this one. We have Legion in the purple as the Malians against Failey in the grey as the Goths. Let me update the division very quickly. There we go. Okay. So Malians against the Goths. Once again, this feels like a big infantry game here. Except if Legion is gonna go for Cav. Okay, I guess here we go. So we are going to see some Cavaliers, I guess, against at least somewhat of a mix of Huskers and maybe Halberdiers, although maybe the Halberdiers were just a misclick. Huskers as it is for now. The camera getting in there, but of course not doing incredibly much. One will going down there for Failey. No, actually not yet. Okay, I thought so. Both of them looking alright. I'm seeing Legion going for champions now. Same as Failey, of course, the Goths champions aren't that amazing. They're missing the last arm upgrade. More Halberdiers coming in for Failey too. But Legion isn't actually making that much cav. And Legion is just going for champions for now, and it's gonna go for Gebettos as well. I think Gebetto should be strong here, because the Huskers usually have that much pierce damage, pierce armor, not melee armor. So the Gebetto ranged attack might be really strong here. Here we go. Of course, that works best if they are a bit further away, so they don't get hit. But they're looking good. Legion clears that. Might be starting to push in a moment. Here we have Cavalier in here. Maybe taking a Velo too. And we are looking good so far. Failey is pushing, but doesn't have any siege right now to really defend from this. And I mean to attack here. More Gebettos coming in for Legion. They're doing alright, it looks like. Of course, they do require castles, which Legion first has to make. Meanwhile, you can make the Huskers out of the belts as well. And Failey is just going full champions and Huskers now. Legion is gonna get some traps out. With quite a few Gebettos and champions there. More and more Gebettos now though. They really seem to be the good choice here. Traps walling in. Siege Onagers on the way too. They could be a nice addition to the Gebettos. Trap, still debating on where to unpack, I guess. Because over here would be kind of awkward. So we would have to shoot up. So Legion is going to place the traps over on this side. Failey is kind of walking with these guys to the left here. And Legion is going to start trapping down this castle. Okay. Siege workshops coming up for Failey, but I think the siege onagers might be coming out a little bit too late because the siege workshops are already under attack. And there are so many Gebettos to snipe those siege onagers potentially. Champions in there too. Castle falls, siege workshops fall. And Legion's gonna start pushing even harder now. Getting some bomber cannons out there too. Still a few castles here for Legion, for Failey, I mean, to take down from Legion. Otherwise, Gebettos can't really get in there as much as Legion might like. Legion already now at 80 Gebettos. Wow. 80 Gebettos. What a number. I don't even know where all. I guess they're over here. After Failey has cleared up. No, after Legion has cleared up Failey's try to push here from the left. And this castle falls to Legion's traps, and this castle might be next. More champions and halberdiers coming in though for Failey. You do have those nice working barracks, but that doesn't help you if Legion has so many Gebettos, almost 100 now, that they just take down the infantry from Failey quicker than Failey can make them. The traps are gonna take down the castle pretty quickly. Actually, I think one trap went down there to the castle, but the castle falls. And the champions just can't get into the Gebettos. There are just too many of them. Good choice of unit there for Legion. Who's just continuously pushing. More and more buildings falling there for Failey. Gebettos feel so strong right now. Especially against Goths. Because they don't really have good cav either. Failey is gonna try to go for Scorpions now. Which I feel like could be alright. I do also feel like the Gebettos have bonus damage though, right? Wrong. Never mind. I thought they had bonus damage against Siege. I guess they just have high attack in general. So we're gonna see some Scorpions here from Failey to back up those champions. Legion now at 77 Gebettos. It used to be almost 100. But of course has taken a few engagements. More buildings going down. I think there was a castles too. And the Scorpions just keep taking down buildings. With Failey unable to get to the traps because of the Gebettos. They're doing really well. Now a wave of champions coming in. The Gebettos, yeah, they just make quick work of those. Damn. Now the Onagers in there too. Jesus. So many champions going down. They do get in here now, a little bit at least. Don't take a trap. Are unable to get good damage in against the Gebetos, and Legion takes the first game. Nice job there from Legion. I think the Gebetos really were the best choice here, especially against the Huskers and the champions there. Really, really good. I like it. And we will be going into the second game in a second, with Failey losing with Goths against Legion's Malians. Hello Legion, welcome, welcome. Happy to see you as well. We have Legion. I'm gonna make Legion purple, I guess. I don't know if Legion's gonna keep that color. If not, I'm screwed. There we go. And we will go for the next one. Okay. Welcome guys to game number 2. We have Failey in the gray as the Khmer against Legion in the purple as the Berbers on Akaway. The last game of Akaway was 3 minutes 30 exactly. Let us see if one of the two players can do this again. I doubt it though. I think that achievement basically was probably really only doable as the Ethiopians. I don't know if there's any other Civ that could have done that great, or whether could have done this that quickly. I don't think so. Maybe the Karambits, but they're not as strong. I really do think the Shotos were the thing there. As we have both of them going for it here. Failey, of course, going full elephant. We saw Spares going for elephant, battle elephants and elephant archers in the last set, so I guess it's not that surprising anymore. If Failey is going for battle elephants and ballista elephants, I guess it's basically the same combination. Just slightly different elephants, but elephants are elephants. And we are happy with elephants. Legion is going for camels, camel archers, and a mix of scorpions and oranges. And I'm excited to see some dogs up here and also some demos on the way. Really excited for those. We saw, not in the last set, but in another set, I think it was with Frost, right? Yeah. With Frost on this map, quite a few demos, so we'll see how this goes. Against elephants... Oh, and Failey even walks right into those, damn. Wow. That was disappointing. No elephant died. They're all weak, but no elephant died. That's a shame. I was preparing myself to see a few dead elephants, but nothing happened. Crazy. And ballista elephants are gonna push in here. Quite a few camels there for Legion. But the elephants take down some of the siege that Legion has. But the camels do, wow. The camels do amazing work there. Wow. The camels just melt through the elephants, no matter what type of elephant. And Legion really clears this. Some demos over here. And now Failey is gonna opt for hussars. Which doesn't feel like a good choice either against camels, to be honest. Maybe Failey needs to go for halberdiers, but against camel archers maybe not the best idea either. You have some bombard cannon galleons coming in for Legion 2. And Failey is gonna try to push this back, so I forgot to give Legion the win there. Siege workshops going up, maybe Failey trying to get those scorpion numbers up. And I do think the Khmer scorpions have more range, yeah. That would help compared to the ballista elephants. course. Also, this is nice. So this means both the Ballista Elephants and the Scorpions are gonna have amazing projectiles flying the Berbers' way. A lot of camels in here, a lot of ships in here. We have a castle going up here for Failey in the north. But we're busy with this because the elephants are gonna approach. There are still so many camels there for Legion. Camels of all sorts against elephants of all sorts. And I guess also scorpions of all sorts. And I think there are just now too many projectiles for the camels. The camel archers were slightly out of place here. And Failey is pushing this back again. We'll see how the demos do this time. A few of them going down there. They did alright, I think. Nice castles there from Legion as well to defend the water. Wouldn't mind some more demos, maybe. Because the demos really stop Failey from advancing over the water. And Legion is gonna have to add a few more camels, maybe think about something to take out those scorpions and Ballista Elephants. The cannon galleons definitely wouldn't be a bad choice there. For sure. Might snipe a scorpion or two occasionally. Siege onagers too. Don't want to lose those cannon galleons so quickly though. Legion is very low on camels because Legion is also pretty low on gold. Same in terms of food for Failey. Also Failey doesn't have a lot of blood either. Here come the demos against the elephants. Still not as many dead elephants as I thought there would be. Now traps coming in for Failey. Castle is slowly going down. The camels are missing for Legion. Only camel archers at the moment. I don't think they're enough against the Ballista Elephants here. More cannon galleons coming in. Legion also has quite a few vills, but the castle falls. And Failey seems good at pushing here. More traps, actually 2 rows of traps. But a few traps going down to the cannon galleons there. Good job there from Legion with the cannon galleons. The ships. And damn, a lot of traps going down. And Legion is definitely at least holding this. After losing that castle, it's gonna do a bit more with the cannon galleons, maybe. More traps going down. Damn. Failey lost like, what was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Was it like 8 or 9 traps there? Damn. Also lost a lot of elephants again. Only on 12 ballistas. And barely has anything left here. Meanwhile, Legion really going for it. Also a little out of gold. Now got a bit more after putting 70 vills on gold. Looking alright for now. More dogs coming up for Legion. The cannon galleons take down the castle here. Failey still has a few castles though. 5 to be exact, if I'm counting correctly. 6 with the one in the north. And Legion is gonna advance over the water, or whether across the water. We'll drop another castle here. It's missing the traps themselves though, against the castles from Failey. Yeah. My printing job is almost done. I was just checking because sometimes it's very quiet, and I'm worried that either something happened or it's already done, but we're working. Meanwhile, Legion is pushing with quite a few oranges. That's a good amount. 11 oranges. 13 on the map. Another castle going up after Legion dropped the PC there on the gold. Very cheeky. But I guess there isn't much gold left on the map. Check this. 20k left. More traps going up here on the elevation for Failey. Are they even in range of the castle? Like, do they range the castle? It feels like they're too far away. Maybe they're mainly there to snipe the oranges for now. But Legion is also kind of missing a meat shield now from the oranges. No, the big amount of camels there. A few pikes coming in, but that's really about it. And the elephants are starting to push back. Elephants pushing back. That's the oranges at least a little bit. More traps coming in for Failey. Castle does go down over here with the traps from Legion. Now Legion's gonna spam some hustles now. Does have quite a bit of gold now, so I wouldn't mind some more camels. Because they look really strong against the elephants. Castle from Legion goes down. Also I haven't seen Legion's camel archers in a while. I don't know where they are. I guess maybe in the back here. Yeah, good guess. Damn. Failey losing quite a few builds here in the back. And Failey loses the game as well. And Legion takes the second one too. Okay. Good job there. We will head into the next one. After Legion won on Akaway with the Berbers against the Khmer. Okay guys, let's head into the next one. There we go. We have game number 3 between Legion in the purple as the Bengalis against Failey in the gray as the Gujaras. This is Golden Swamp, and from the Golden Swamp games we've seen so far, the water aspect is pretty important here. We saw Hello Otter, thank you for the wait. Welcome everyone. Happy to see you guys. We are here with some TDM as well. I think Otter just casted some games too. We have Legion against Failey. This is the third game of the set. We are on Golden Swamp. We're now seeing Failey going for a few dogs there, and we have once again Legion going for elephants, as Failey is going for Shavamsha Riders and Carracks. Also, sorry Lucky Comes for the Nightbot. Appreciate the emotes. Huggy versus More. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, hope it was as entertaining as my set so far here. We also watched Spaz against Gamer earlier, and I have to say, Spaz Bengalis combination with the battle elephant against the with the battle elephants plus the elephant archers felt surprisingly strong. And I'm assuming Otter, you are a bit more knowledgeable in terms of records, but I feel like Spaz was pretty close to setting a record for the biggest game I've seen so far, as we have Legion's elephants heading into Failey's house, Carracks actually, as Legion is also going for a castle on this island, and Legion is also adding more galleys now, and we have seen in sets before that if you don't have that many ships, you can just go for elephants. And while Failey is going for the elephant archers, Legion is going for the battle elephants. A few demos in there. In the last game, the demos from Legion weren't as strong as I would have liked, but here come the ones from Failey. They're doing a good amount of damage there. But Failey is slowly pushing in here. A lot of elephants going down for Legion. And Legion might lose the water a bit here. Elephant archers keep pushing, the Carracks keep pushing. Failey is running out of gold though. Otter has way too many players and playing good chance on this map. Yeah, I mean, I guess for now, for Failey it's working. We did see Dravidians on this map before, so the Indian civs aren't too far away from this map. Also, very unfortunate that you're waiting me, Otter, because this is the last set I had planned for today, and after that I was going to raid you, so unfortunate there for me. I was a little too slow. But now, Legion is really messing those galleons. A few demos in there for Legion as well. And Failey is low on ships at the moment. He's going for the cannon galleons to snipe Legion's castles in the middle island, on the middle island. And suddenly Legion is pushing this back. A lot of demos coming in here. Nice shots. Oh, nice shots. And Legion keeps pushing. Suddenly this has turned around. While Failey keeps trying to take down the castles here. Now with the traps. At least gets one. But there are so many ships now from Legion. More elephants coming in, more demos coming in. Failey has to back off. The traps do help against the ships as well though. But it seems like Legion is really holding this. Is really pushing forward. Elephant archers alone are not enough against so many elephants and ships from Legion. With 60 galleons right now. And Failey is gonna go for the Shravamsha Rider once more. And for the Chakram throws. Not so sure how well they're gonna do. I guess the Shravamsha Riders are at least quick to get to the ships, but I don't know how much damage they're gonna do. I'm excited for this set. Yeah, so far this has been very, very entertaining. We have more demos coming in here for Failey. This might get Failey out of this situation. At least give Failey some breathing room, but looks like Legion is doing alright, taking down the dogs before too many demos can get out of here. Did lose that one castle over there, but it's looking fine right now. A lot of dogs going down. Ooh, wow. And those demo hits definitely finished the game there for Failey. That was like, what, 15, 20 elephant archers that went down with 2 hits. And Failey has lost the third game as well, with Legion taking the third one, and we will go into the next one in a second. Let me update this first. Surprise Gujaras made it this close as it was when I came, to be honest. And galleys are kind of oppressive on Swap. Yeah, they really felt strong. They really felt strong. And yeah, the Gujaras looked really good there for a moment. For a moment, I thought Failey might win this with the Gujaras, but really good job there from Legion to hold on. And have the Bengalis win against the Gujaras on Golden Swamp. And we will head into the next one. Now I hope for Legion with Wu on the land map. Unfortunately, Legion doesn't have Wu. No. The Wu are somewhere, just not in Legion's draft. My elephants might have been chasing Ramsha instead of going forward. Okay. Didn't draft Wu, yeah. Let us head into the next one. We have game number 4. Is it game number 4? Yes. Game number 4. Let's go. Welcome, welcome guys. Game number 4, we have Failey in the grey as the Malay against Legion in the purple as the Chinese. On Watershed. We have seen this map a couple of times before already. We have seen Malay today once or twice before, at least in the last set as well. I think. Was it melee? Jesus. So many games already today, I don't remember. That's already game number 15 today. Okay. We have the scout going down there for Failey. And we have Legion scout coming in here too. Failey is gonna go for halberdiers with a few carracks again against the Chinese Luchans and fire and dragon ships against something on land. I'm not so sure what right now. A mix of halberdiers or champions? Or is Legion planning on going into Chokunu? We'll see. Okay. Luchans are over here. Fire ships as well. And at least it feels like to me the Chinese should be very good on water. The melee of course have the bonuses as well. Mainly the harbors, but they are going down to the Luchans of course. Meanwhile on land the Chinese are doing something. Still not convinced with the infantry, but I guess that's just a retreat for the Shogunnu that are about to come in. Failey is going for elephants again. Have we seen now elephants for every single game in the set? I might be wrong, but this feels like this is the third game in the row where we see elephants. Mainly from Failey. Failey has been making elephants a lot. Failey is an elephant lover. We have Tukunus here, dragon ships that seem pretty comfortable on water against the Malay here. More Chukunu being made, but they are pretty slowly coming in at the moment. Still mostly halberdiers. First game was Goths versus Malay, so don't think they were. Yeah, it's true. Went anywhere. Okay, at least out of the 4 sets we're seeing, 3 of them have had elephants, with the third one having both of you going for elephants. But this time Failey is pushing with those elephants. Damn! 70 elephants in the queue with 70 elephants on the map. 80 elephants now, with also so many stables. Failey might overrun Legion now with the elephants. Not enough halberdiers, not enough Chokunus in there. Let me quickly check how many stables that is. 26 stables, wow. Failey didn't even really bother with castles until now. Just made stables. And now we have 104 elephants for Failey. Now taking down the traps. Legion is gonna struggle here, only 20 Chokunus so far. Of course the halberdiers would make more sense now against the elephants. The Luchans and dragon ships won't be enough against the elephants, of course. And Failey keeps pushing, of course, now out of gold. That's to be expected, but now Failey also has lost so many elephants. It used to be 100, now it's 50. So a lot of them went down there. But maybe that's worth it. The castle goes down there. Failey has a few traps here in the back. Gonna drop the castle over here. At least that initial elephant push has really worked for Failey, who just keeps making elephants now after selling some wood, or actually most of the wood. Once again 50 elephants in the queue, and Legion is looking kinda wrecked, to be honest. Is now focusing on the halberdiers, still has a lot of Chokunus. Failey lost melee, I see. Has always picked them long before they had a little reappearances. I see. He lost all? Yeah, he did lose all the elephants. He now is back to 45 at the moment. Legion is now starting to push back after recovering from those from that elephant stampede. But 26 stables minimum is crazy for the elephants. But I guess that's just the production buildings, because Failey can't be up with the resources, with the gold mainly. So the elephants are just kind of coming in waves, and now the wood isn't there anymore to sell off. So Failey is out of wood, out of gold. Doesn't have any vills working anyways right now. More elephants coming in, but there are not many left. And Failey now out of everything. The Chokonus are looking stronger and stronger. Scorpions in there too. And Legion takes this one as well. Yeah, Otter, I was about to say this. This really felt like a all-in move here. Which I don't mind. I think it was very close at some point. I mean, suddenly 100 elephants in front of your base is very scary. And nice job there from Failey also to sell off all of the wood to get at least 50 more elephants in there, but Legion was able to hold on. Maybe Failey was also slightly missing the traps there at the beginning of the first wave to really tear down Legion's buildings. And Legion is able to hold on and is able to take the fourth game as well, and we will be going into the last game of the set and also of today with the Malay losing to the Chinese. Whoops, they can't both lose. Okay. On Watershed, and we have the next one. Let's go. Game number 5, guys. We have Legion in the purple as the Japanese against Failey in the gray as the Romans. Failey is going for full barracks right now and a few siege workshops over here. So my first guess is, of course, Centurions or Legionaries. I mean Legionaries plus Scorpions against what seems to be Halberdiers, which is an interesting choice for the Japanese. I mean, Legion can't immediately expect Centurions, right? So, yeah, Champions are the way. Halberdiers get cancelled, at least some of them. And Legion is gonna go full Champions now. Although, maybe Legion should have picked the Romans. Is up against the Romans now, though. But the Champions are not gonna be enough against the Centurions plus the Scorpions. Also because the Centurions aren't half bad either. They do get the double effect, but then again, an imp doesn't really matter anymore, really. So I guess not a huge bonus right now. Legion at the moment, full Champions. Going for a few siege workshops of his own. Castles. So I guess CA plus Champions against Centurions and... no, Legionaries, damn it. Legionaries and Scorpions. At least this combination of units feels like a good mix there for the Romans there for Failey, because the Scorpions kind of counter both the Champions and the CA. As Legion is now going to push out here, maybe missing a few CAs though. A few Samurai coming in with them. They do look pretty cool. They should also do pretty well against the Legionaries. I don't know if the Legionaries count as a unique unit. I'm assuming not. They are a unique unit in the sense of them being only available for Romans. But I think with unique unit, the Samurai mean the castle unique unit specifically. I'm not sure. At least that's what should be the case. Here we go. Legion's gonna attempt to get this castle down after taking this one. And actually they kinda cancel each other out there. But Failey doesn't have the Scorpion numbers to defend. And Legion's gonna push. Always call Legionaries Centurion. Same. I can't keep them apart. Moments is great. Counterpick Japan, yeah. All unique units count, but not unit. Yes. Okay. I see. Okay. Okay. Well, I mean, I didn't mean. I mean against other units like warrior monks or temple guards makes sense that they have bonus damage against those two. Misclick there from Legion is gonna cost them a lot of oranges there. But I meant like stuff with the legionaries here, because the legionaries aren't a big unique unit themselves. But I guess you answered that with the all unique units count, but not unique upgrades. I guess that's that then. Makes sense. Okay. We have now Failey going for some more rams. Now we see the centurions, more scorpions on the way as well, with neither of them going for the monument there. The Centurion's horses actually look pretty solid in the Elite version. I barely see the Elite Centurions, but the Golden Horses look pretty solid. The CA are quite heavy in numbers though. Rams closing in. Still not that many Scorpions. I don't know where the rest of Failey's Scorpions are. I guess they're on the way maybe. The Rams are coming in. A lot of CA. Legion is kind of missing the champions and samurai at the moment. I guess slightly struggling with golds. Might lose the castle to the Rams. There we go. Almost. Some traps in there for the Romans too. Yeah, Legion loses their castle. Rams of course soaking up quite a bit of arrows though from CA. The oranges are getting into the scorpions though. Oh, that's quite a few scorpions going down. Ah, that hurts. The rams are gone almost completely, but the traps are still here. But the CA start pushing out. Also seeing a few cannon galleons over here from Legion. Really nice job there to disrupt and take down some of Failey's buildings. Over here, a lot of CA still. Maybe Legion still needs a bit of a meat shield against the Scorpions. The siege honors do a pretty good job of taking those down though. Yeah. Failey also losing a few traps, same as Legion, just fighting those traps. And the CA keep pushing. Gonna take down the traps now themselves. At least to some degree. And Legion is really out of gold now. Maybe we could take the monument, maybe that would help a little bit. But currently struggling now. Failey has a few scorpions in here, but is also low on food and gold. Now Legion has almost 50 vills of gold. Failey's vills aren't really working that much. I guess they're just building at the moment. A lot of CA going down there, I think. More traps going down. The Pain Galleon's even helping now against the traps, and Legion wins this one as well. And that means Legion wins the set 5-0. Congrats to Legion there. Take the set. And yeah, I have to say, guys, that is already it for me today. That, I mean, what already feels weird because it has been 5 sets, aka 4 sets, aka like 16 games. But yeah, very not all objectives. Yeah. So yeah, guys, thank you all for watching. I appreciate it. That's it for me today. My printer is almost done, actually. Perfect. And I will be heading off. Yeah, Otto, I'm gonna wait someone in a moment. yeah, that's it for me today, guys. Thank you, everyone. Like I said at the beginning, I probably won't be able to. Like, first of all, sorry for the delay from the past week because I wasn't able to cast much. Um, the next upcoming days, I won't be able to cast a lot either, probably because I have guests, so be hard to justify just casting for like 3 to 5 hours on a weekend. But yeah, apart from that, I will try to get some more streams done starting next week, and then we'll see how it goes from there. I'm checking if anyone is going for some deathmatch actually, but doesn't look like it, so we're gonna go for something else. Okay, one moment. Yeah, gonna start waiting someone, and then I'm off. 1 second, guys. That's a difficult name to remember. Uh, there we go. Finally. Okay. Have fun, guys. I will be off, and we will see each other. I might be able to actually cast tomorrow. It kind of depends when I get off work and everything. But we'll see. Otherwise, gonna see you guys maybe on Monday, maybe on Tuesday. Okay. Like I said, that's it. And goodbye in a second. Yeah. Bye.